Hello and welcome everyone. This is Kaylin's English podcast. This podcast is designed for English learners. I'm here to help you practice your listening skills. I'm Kaylin, a professional English teacher on italki. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you had some sunshine and nice weather. It has been rainy here in England lately and not very hot, but that is typical. Today's topic is movies. There are many different genres of movies, such as horror, comedy, romance, thriller, action, fantasy, mystery, crime, and more. Some of these genres overlap. For example, romance comedy or comedy horror. Today, I'm going to give you some plot explanations to some movies that I've watched. Some of them are very popular and have been rated very highly. I will tell you the name of the movie, but I may not include every detail, such as I may exclude character names and the ending. I'm sorry if I do spoil any of these movies for you. I'm going to talk about older movies, so hopefully this will not be that big of an issue. Let us begin with a very popular movie from Disney that was released back in 2007. Ratatouille. This is an animated movie whose main character is a rat, and he has a passion for delicious food and cooking. He moves to Paris as he dreams of becoming a great chef. He runs into a restaurant employee who doesn't actually cook, but takes out the garbage as his job. The rat hides in the chef's hat of this human and helps him cook amazing dishes by pulling his hair, which tells the human what to do. The most popular dish from the movie that the rat makes is a French dish, ratatouille, which is the name of the movie. The dish is packed with fresh produce. Tomatoes, eggplant, zucchini, yellow squash, and bell pepper. This is the dish that he serves to a food critic that propels him into fame. Of course, there are many adversities that he faces throughout, mostly because he is a rat in a human world, but I will not discuss these in great detail as so not to ruin the movie. The movie is technically a kids' movie, but adults enjoy it as well. My next movie is The Wizard of Oz, which was released in 1939. This movie is considered to be a classic. It is about a girl living in Kansas with her family, being swept away by a tornado to a far-off magical place. Her main goal in the movie is to find her way home by walking to the all-powerful wizard's city to ask him to help her get home to her family. Along the way, she meets various friends who are in need of various things as well, such as a heart and a brain. Together, they face many obstacles, such as an evil witch. This movie is an American musical fantasy film, and it has been remastered several times and has had a spin-off Broadway musical named Wicked. I loved this movie growing up, and was even the main character for Halloween once. Up was released in 2009 and was produced by Pixar and Disney. This is one of my all-time favorite movies from these producers. It is animated and a kids' movie, but every adult in my life that has watched it also really enjoyed it. It is such a beautiful movie, not just with the imagery, but with the story as well. This movie features an old man, a young boy, and a talking dog. It is a strange combination of characters, but they work very well together. The movie's premise is the old man being determined to fulfill a lifelong dream and promise. He is sent on an unexpected adventure along the way. The story is so beautiful that it could make you cry at the very beginning. It always makes me and my mother-in-law cry. If you have not seen it before, I highly recommend it. Our next movie is The Sandlot, released in 1993. This movie shows the epitome of a summer as a child in 1962. That is correct. The storyline takes place in the past. It follows a new kid in town who gets taken under the wing of a young baseball prodigy and his rowdy team. These kids play baseball basically every day during the summer together on a run-down field that is basically all dirt. The new kid at first does not know how to play baseball and is not very skilled, but with the help of the young prodigy, he becomes part of the team. As the movie progresses, they face a conundrum. The new kid unknowingly uses a very valuable autographed baseball that is owned by his stepdad and loses it in the yard next door to the field that houses a ferocious beast and a mean old man. Or at least that is what the legends tell us. The boys try various schemes to try to retrieve the ball with no luck. The beast is far too scary and powerful. I will not spoil the end to this movie, but believe me, it is very good. This movie is classified under comedy, drama, adventure, teen, and sports. I'm not a huge fan of baseball, but I find this movie highly enjoyable and iconic. The final movie that I'm going to talk about was released in 1994 and is Forrest Gump. Many people know this movie as it is iconic. It stars Tom Hanks, who plays a man named Forrest Gump. The movie is him narrating his life to an old woman on a bench at a bus stop. It does not show him sitting on the bench the entire time, but instead shows you flashbacks of his life and eventually brings you to why he's on the bench. Forrest didn't have an easy life, and he was born unable to walk on his own without braces. He eventually loses his leg braces, and that propels him into several different situations in his life. He falls in love with a girl, enlists in the army, accidentally finds himself in the middle of the Vietnam War, and becomes a hero, meets a U.S. president, he becomes a professional athlete, and has many other interesting adventures. This fictional character's life is highly entertaining. This film can be classified as drama, romantic comedy, with a bit of historical drama. It is based on a novel, which I have read as well. Both are equally good. I think that is enough movies for one day. I'm going to now recap some of the words and phrases from this episode. Genres: comedy, drama, romance, plot, explanations, not that big of an issue, Ratatouille, animated, chef, pulling hair, fresh produce, eggplant, zucchini, food critic, ruin, technically, classic, iconic, all-powerful, tornado, face many obstacles, remastered, all-time favorite, epitome, storyline, taken under one's wing, prodigy, rowdy, rundown, conundrum, unknowingly, autographed, stepdad, ferocious, schemes, retrieve, released, narrating, flashbacks, braces, and historical drama. Movies are a great way to relax and to spend time with friends and family. They can also make for a great date night with your love interest. My second date with the man who is now my husband was at a cinema. I hope this episode has given you a way to express a plot of a movie, but without spoiling the ending or major events. That is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like more content, then please subscribe to this podcast. You can also support me on Patreon. Find me by typing in Kaylin Teacher. On Patreon, you can gain early access to the podcast and transcriptions. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Kaylin_teacher. Thank you for listening. I hope you all have a great day. Until next time, bye!